What's up, everybody? Thank you for joining me today. It is Thursday, December 21st, I think, for my daily sports picks video here with JVille Sports. I appreciate you guys so much for joining me each and every day. So thank you for that. Let's recap yesterday like we always do. Very, very tough day in the NBA. We missed our for sure parlay, moneyline parlay by 2. And both of those teams came in the NBA. The Rockets, 15-point favorites at home, lost to the Lakers, who are missing 2 starters. Can someone tell me how that happens? I really don't know. They played very bad. But it was actually my fault. I should not have taken that game. It's one of my rules that when a team is on a very long losing streak, it's only a matter of time when they're going to lose, and you just never know when. So it's best just to stay away, especially the Rockets, favored by 15. That was a pretty large money line that, money-wise, really didn't help the parlay that much, whether they were in it or out of it. So I should have definitely just left them off. So that was my fault there. But still, I don't know how they lost that game. The other loss was the Boston Celtics. This was actually another rule of mine that I broke. When the team is off of a long road trip, that first game at home, for some reason, teams always tend to be a little sluggish. And yesterday was no exception. I don't know what the Celtics were doing. They were just playing terrible. The reason why I did take that game, though, was because Miami was missing 3 of their, I want to say, 4 best players on the team. Their very good point guard, their star center, one of their forwards, 3 of their best 3 starters out. And they go on the road and beat the Celtics. I don't know how they let that happen. Olenek. You knew Olenek was going to try to have a big game. He played most of his career in Boston, and they let him do it. 32 points, career high. I don't know how you let that happen when you know he's going to be aggressive. So just very bad from Boston all around. So very tough losses there. In college basketball, we hit all of our money lines, so we look good there. It's just the NBA. 2 tough losses there. But like always, after a loss, let's bounce back the next day, which is today. So let's get to it. Let's go through the NBA games first. Only 5 games on the schedule. We have the Bulls at the Cavs. Cavs 10.5 at home. Bulls riding a long winning streak. I took them on a straight yesterday to cover that 5. Easy win there against Orlando. So they're playing very well right now. I do think their streak ends tonight. Cleveland probably would have overlooked this team before, but with them riding the long winning streak, Cleveland is not going to overlook this team, and they're going to make sure they take this victory at home. So Cleveland Cavaliers is my pick to win at home. Bulls could keep it close. That plus 10.5 might be good. The Raptors at the Sixers is the next game. Raptors minus 3.5 on the road. Looks like Joel Embiid is going to be out for this one. Raptors are on the back-to-back. They did play last night, look very good against Charlotte, I want to say. So I think their success will continue. Philly's just not playing very well right now, throwing the fact that they're missing their best player in Embiid. It looks like JJ Redick is also questionable, so got to go with the Raptors here. Only a 3-point spread. I might have to hop on that. Celtics playing again. They definitely need to redeem themselves after last night. They're playing the Knicks. It does look like Porzingis has a good chance of playing. If he doesn't, they're going to be hurting. I like Boston to bounce back and win this game. Even if he does play, I still like Boston. It's just a really, really bad loss yesterday, so I think they're really going to look take the chance to bounce back the very next day. So I'm taking Boston on the road. That's another 3-point spread. Grizzlies at the Suns. Both teams losers last night, so both playing back-to-back. I like Memphis here at home. Chandler Parsons did not play last night. He does not play back-to-backs, so he's going to suit up tonight. I think that gives Memphis a boost. I don't think they have any answers for Gasol down low. He's playing very well, the one constant there in Memphis. And Phoenix just has a bunch of guys playing very hard, competitive basketball, but they're just not very good. So I'm taking Memphis on the road, -2, another low line. Spurs at the Jazz. Two more teams who played last night. Jazz did not look good against Oklahoma City, losing that game on the road, and the Spurs with a very, very close win on the road against Portland. Good win there. But Tony Parker and Kawhi Leonard did not play yesterday. I think it was just for resting purposes. Neither of them are playing back-to-back, so as long as both of them play tonight, that should give the Spurs a big boost. Utah dealing with a ton of injuries themselves, so I like the Spurs to win this game on the road. Another 3.5 point spread. So I'm actually taking all the favorites today. Not something I normally do. I like to pick a couple underdogs, but today I just don't see it. You know, I like the Cavs at home, Raptors, Celtics, Grizzlies, Spurs on the road. So those are my picks. Let's get to our bets of the day. And for those of you, obviously, I'm not at home right now, so no graphics today, but I will post all my picks, my bets of the day, in the comment section below. So for those of you that like to see the visual, I will put those in the comment section there, since I don't have graphics today. So we are going to do a 10-team. We're going to do 2 parlays. The first one's going to be a 10-teamer. A couple early games here in college, so look out for that. Hopefully this video uploads in time. It might not. If it doesn't, I apologize. But there are a ton of games in college basketball, so you can swap out a number of these games for others that you like if you guys are tailing me. Anyway, so let me get to it. So we have Tulane. This is college basketball on the money line. These are early games. Jacksonville State on the money line. Rhode Island. I think those are the only 2 really early games. Then we have Rhode Island on the money line. Indiana. They killed us the other day. They need to bounce back. Still at home, money line. And then 2 spreads. Idaho -6. It's a neutral site game against UC Irvine. Irvine's not very good. Idaho is pretty decent team. -6 there. Gonzaga -6. This is going to be a very good game tonight against San Diego State. This was at 4.5. I wish I would have jumped on it at that time, but I'll still take -6 for Gonzaga. And then Santa Clara, late money line there. So those are our college basketball games. Then we're going to throw in the Cleveland Cavaliers on the money line, and Memphis Grizzlies -2, and the Spurs -2. 2 spreads there in the NBA. I reduced those lines slightly. So those are 10 teams. 50 will pay out 1,492. So I really like those there. And then for our for sure parlay of the day, we're going to take out all of the spreads and all of these slightly risky money lines, and what we're left with is a 5-team money line parlay with Tulane, Jacksonville State, Rhode Island, Indiana, and Cleveland Cavaliers. So 4 college, 1 NBA. That pays right about even money. 200 will pay 190. So that is exactly what we'll do. And those are our picks for today. Looking to bounce back after yesterday, and we will see what happens. So again, thank you for joining me today. I really appreciate it, and we will see you tomorrow.